Well, I know some of you guys have been moaning about my camera photography stuff, and I know it's not too good, but here's a chance. I'm on my tripod, right? So I can move my hands, I can rock, I can jump up and down, I can chew gum, and I'm not causing any problems for you, okay? This is a 1940s American Flyer Streamline Pacific from Tim on the West Coast. He seems to have boxes of these O-gauge Flyers things, and he sent it to me and suggested I see what I can do with it. First thing I had to do is I had to make a rolling road for it. I took our rolling road in S-gauge and expanded it for this particular model. Then I looked at the motor he had on it, and it's pretty old and gungy, but it was almost identical to the motors that were on our S-gauge. Come to find out, American Flyer used the exact same armatures, fields, and almost armatures, brush holders. The armature shaft on the back end here is a little thinner, so I had to reuse the bushing that they supply. Other than that, the magnetic fields fit. I cleaned the armature, tuned it up, verified it was good, 1.1 amps on every sector. I cleaned the brush holder, put in some new springs and new brushes, and it fired right up. I mean, it fired right up. Now, I did lube and change the chassis a little bit. I made sure it would spin. It would not spin when I got it. And lately, I thought I would just see what would happen if I put my smoke on, because I'm not sure, you know, what will happen. And come to find out, it will smoke. This is the Royal Blue Smoke. This is the Royal Blue Smoke assembly off of my test stand over there. Remember, I showed it to you. Wasn't sure if it'd work or not. By golly, the thing fit, direct fit. I had to open it up a little bit. The flange on the chassis is a little thicker, and I had to do a little filing to get the thing to fit, but it was extremely minor. And we now have smoke on this thing, and it's probably one of the best smokes I've had. I'm getting really good at building these things now. It's pretty exciting. There's flat out. And that's at 9 volts. That's getting a heck of a lot more jolt than it should be getting. So I've jacked up the voltage just a tad on both ends, and it has a brand new angel hair. Oh, I had an angel hair problem. I had the smoke on earlier, and it wasn't working. I had a problem with my smoke lid. I don't know exactly what it was. This is one I had kicking around. I updated it with the new stuff, but it wasn't smoking. And so I thought I'd take it apart and test it on the table. And I took it apart, and then I took the smoke off, and I just laid the smoke down, kind of just laid it down. And the next thing I saw, all my smoke was like being pulled away from it. I'm like, what? Where's the smoke? Where's the angel hair going? It's going somewhere. It's disappearing. And then I realized it wrapped itself around the axle and just wound itself up. I cannot believe it. I've seen that. I've seen engines come in with tinsel wrapped around the axle, dog hair, cat hair, all kinds of stuff. But I've never seen smoke, angel smoke, and I did it myself. At any rate, there it is, working as it should, and we're having a good time. So now I got to ask Tim what he wants to do next. Oh, I know what he wants to do next. He's already mailed me 2 tenders. He sent me these 2 engines. Now he sent me 2 tenders. He's getting excited. He wants to put the motor control board in, and the volt regulator for the smoke, and we'll see where else it can go. We don't know. But boy, is that robust. I am thrilled. I'm thrilled. This thing went together like a champ, and all the new parts, 8 ohms heater, 20 K ohm thermistor, and a 500 ohm variable pot for the reference resistance. And I dialed at 250 to start. It was a little low. I cranked it down to about 180, and boy, the smoke took off, so we're in good shape. All right, gang, I'm going to post this so you know I'm not sitting around eating bonbons, playing bridge with my wife's friends. She's not doing that either, but I just say it's okay. I'm working on other stuff, actually. I'm working on packaging the level 2 digital sound into a new tender, working on. And I'm also completing the northern tender chassis in plastic because customer has his zinc rot and made a new tender chassis for it. Now he's asking that maybe I can put the mounts in so we can mount the digital reverse and the smoke regulator, and then we can put the magnet in his engine and add the smoke. And it seems to be kind of a reoccurring dream here, as the motor magnets for sure is really exciting. Boy, that hurt. The motor magnets are exciting, but the the rolling road is getting good, and the tender assemblies are getting good. So we're having a good time. I'll check all this out, make sure I didn't cross some wires here. I think it usually comes right back once I wake up. Now I see the smoke's unplugged in the tumble. It unplugged, so okay. I'll cut it here, and maybe I'll even cut this out. You don't need to see me knocking my engine off its rollers. I mean, you got the tripod though. See, the camera wasn't moving, I was moving, so that's what you get. Okay, I'll post it, and you guys can give me a grade later.